guys, my name's Anna, and this reaction is the 400th pitch meeting and the future of the show. Really excited to see what the plans are for the future. Is he going to be covering it less? Is he going to be focusing more on his main channel? Maybe with the fact that he has a family now, he has to step away. That's entirely possible, and I honestly wouldn't blame him if he had to, because the family definitely comes first in that aspect. I'm just really excited to see whatever this is, because this is a wild thumbnail. I don't think I've ever seen his face look like that in a thumbnail. Maybe when he did another one of his milestone videos. I don't really remember, because it's been a long time since he has. So this should be a very interesting watch. But before we get into it, though, please check all those links I have for you down in the description below. More specifically, the pitch meeting link and Ryan's personal channel. They're both great ways to support him. And a great and easy way to support me is to go right below this video and click all those buttons down there, because I'm glad to see future reactions that I do, but also helps my channel to grow. And without any further ado, let's go.
Stay tuned after the episode for a special look behind the scenes.
Ooh, nice.
So, you have a movie for me?
No, sir, I don't.
Oh!
What?
Whoa! Whoa! Wow! What? Where'd they go? Guys?
We rolling?
Yep.
Okay, great. From the very start of Pitch Meeting back in 2017, I always knew that episode 400 would have the characters not have a movie and then kind of scream and explode. And when you're crafting such a complex narrative, it's very helpful to have that roadmap to know exactly
Episode 1, Justice League. Episode 400, boom!
Where this was headed, it allowed us to do things, you know, like sprinkle in elements of foreshadowing.
So, you have that new Wonder Woman script for me?
I'm going to explode in episode 400.
Great.
What?
Yes, I did see some people
I
on the
remember that.
internet figuring out where this was headed, but that's the thing about the internet, you know? People work just as hard making theories as they do discrediting them. So no, I wasn't too scared about the big reveal being spoiled, despite those little Easter eggs that I sprinkled throughout.
And then a third eye pops out of Doctor Strange's forehead.
We're both going to explode in
Explode.
episode 400.
So what do you think?
I remember when Ryan told me that my character would explode in episode 400, and I thought...
Wait a minute, wait. John Guy Tremblay Desjardins? I think that's how you pronounce that last name.
You know, that makes a lot of sense.
Makes
you know,
him
Pitch
French.
Meeting is a show that's full of metaphor and imagery, so what better way to climax than with explosion? Or as my character would say, climaxing with explosion is tight. The decision to cast somebody with such a thick French-Canadian accent was a difficult one, but as soon as I saw Jean-Guy's audition tape, I said, that's our guy.
Salut, moi c'est Jean-Guy Tremblay Desjardins, j'ai 18 ans, puis je m'essaye pour
18?
le rôle de producteur Guy. Wow, 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 wow. C'est quoi ce texte-là, tabarnak?
He just had this undeniable electricity. I said, I don't care how many extra hours we spend on set so we can learn his lines phonetically. Get me Jean-Guy Tremblay Desjardins. I don't understand why I got the part, but it's good for me. Obviously, for Jean-Guy to fully immerse himself in this world we were trying to create, I made him watch every available episode of the original British version.
A spot of pitching. Right then, you've got a film for me, have you?
I do indeed, sir.
Ah! Of course, it's a British
Little
version.
bit of a faff, was it? Actually, piece of piss, that. Oddly lifted a finger.
What? J'ai rien compris de ça. Honestly,
Same!
what was most challenging about casting someone like Jean-Guy is, who do you find to play off of that, just to match his wild energy? That's why from the very get-go, we made the decision to make a 3D model of Jean-Guy wearing glasses, which meant we can then have Jean-Guy also perform as screenwriter guy using motion capture technology. You know, people do ask, how can a show like Pitch Meeting have a budget of $3.3 million per episode? Well, stuff like that is a big reason why.
Why didn't you just have him, like, wear glasses and play the other character?
That would make sense.
Oh, fuck. I think what sticks with me from...
Oh, that's him realizing. That's so good.
pitch meeting is everyone making the show is like we become big family. Tu sais, dans le sens où j'aime pas vraiment ma famille puis on se parle pas.
Oh.
Where do we go from here? That's the big question. How
Sure.
do you top such an explosive episode? Well, people are just gonna have to stick around to find out.
All right.
That's all I can say. Honestly, that's all I can say.
All right. Boom again. Okay.
Hello, this is Ryan George from the thing you're currently watching.
Hi, Ryan.
But, like, for real now. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for watching all these years. Never in my wildest dreams would I have thought I'd make 400 of these, and I've had some pretty wild dreams. One time, a snake was also a turtle. This show
Oh.
and your support have been life-changing for me, so truly, madly, deeply, thank you. Next, I want to talk about this channel a little bit moving forward. Making 400 weekly episodes has taken up a good chunk of every week of my life for
Sure.
the better part of a decade. To quote John Coffey from The Green Mile, I'm tired, boss. To quote Tom Hanks's character from The Green Mile, oh good, I can pee again, thanks for fixing my bladder infection. If I really think about it, that first quote is much more relevant to what I'm
Yes,
talking
it
about
is.
today. So I have made the decision to stop grinding these out every single week and take a little bit of my life back. This isn't a
That makes sense.
shutdown, this is a slowdown. I would like to reconnect with the fun of making these again, and it's been a little while since I've felt that, to be honest. Today's episode was the most fun I've had making something on this channel in a long time, and I think that stepping away from the weekly churn of it is
Sure.
going to help me reconnect with that fun side. I kind of feel like I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel to fill in those off weeks when there aren't new releases. My daughter's turning 1 in a couple of weeks, and I should really introduce myself. I'm also
Yes,
really
you
excited
really
to kind
should.
of take this extra time to explore other avenues, you know, whether it's on my other channels or maybe live shows or other media. I just want to spread my wings a little bit. Maybe visit a vet and see why I have wings now. When I take my shirt off, I look like Angel from X-Men with a dad bod. So I know this will be disappointing for some, but instead of doing weekly releases of pitch meetings, it's going to be more of a monthly thing, sometimes twice a month if it's a busy month for movies. Supplementing those videos on this channel will be a monthly compilation. People have expressed that they really like watching those while they poop or eat or sleep, and it's an honor to be a part of your bodily functions, to be quite frank. Once a month, there's also going to be a classic re-uploaded pitch meeting from the old channel. Remember that? Remember the old
The
channel? I
revisited.
have made sure with the people that run this pitch meeting channel that these are going to be properly identified and stand out as different. So if you don't want to watch any old things, you don't click on them. Just watch the new stuff. Other than that, I will be live streaming Fortnite on this channel from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. every weekday.
Oh!
Thank you guys
Sure you
so
are.
much for all your support over the years, and I hope you'll stick around for this new chapter. I will see you soon, and I will be a little more well-rested and sane.
Well, that's a good thing. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. I thought that he would want to step away a little bit and maybe spend some time with the family, and then, of course, you know, spend some more time on these pitch meetings, because some of these movies are kind of just eh. And I'm also really excited to see some of the older ones again. I wouldn't mind reacting to those ones that I haven't seen before. I think that's what he meant. I think he meant just a re-upload from the Screen Rant channel to this channel, and not really like in a revisited sort of fashion. Maybe he did mean that. Either way, I'm down for either one as long as I haven't reacted to that pitch meeting before. But maybe it could be a fun look back. But I'll have to wait and see how that will go and how often he'll be uploading. We'll just have to see what exactly he decides that he wants to cover. And when he does cover it, you know it's going to be good because he's going to put more time into it than he normally does. And that's only going to improve the jokes, going to improve the back and forth, and it'll be a lot more fun. Not that the other ones weren't fun. I mean, certainly, you know, this was pretty fun, but the more time you put into something, it shows, and that's all I really need to hear, because I'm perfectly okay with him doing that. So that's going to do it for me here. Comment down below. Let me know, what did you think, or what do you think about the future of the Pitch Meeting channel? Please leave a like if you enjoyed it. Check all those links I have for you down in the description below. Then lastly, and most importantly, I want to give a huge shout out to all my $5 and up supporters on Patreon. Luchador, Cruising, Wolverine 310, Multi-Disturb 666, Kessler Kronich, Angel Garcia, Roadrunner 1967, Chris Curtis, Vox Cacophony, Misa 2, Flea Street Comp, Songbird 177, Inkalinquist, MB Cardall, Harmony, Omarion Thorn, and I Love You 3000. And if you too like to have a shout out in each and every one of my videos, please head on over to patreon.com/TheDamnReactor for more. And I'll see you guys next time.